I'm Ned, and welcome to the new Radium PCs vlog. Today's the first in a new format we're doing, and this is something we've wanted to try for a while. So we're going to be uploading these weekly. It'll go into the day-to-day running the business that is Radium PCs, showing you behind the scenes of us building and testing a bunch of gaming computers, us making content for you, the people, and whatever happens when you put a bunch of 20-somethings in a warehouse. This week has already started a bit wild, as you saw at the start of this video, so let's get into it. So it's been a few weeks since some scumbag decided to put a brick through our front door, but I wanted to fill you in more on the situation. I made a short video about it a little while ago, but there's a few more details to the situation and some of the stuff we did afterwards with some new security features. The short and sweet of the situation is that late on a Tuesday evening, we got a bunch of notifications on our security cameras, and we awoke basically to find this. As you can imagine, it's pretty nerve-wracking to get that notification. We've had some minor scares before with people sussing the place out, but nothing that serious. We were all calling each other, frantically trying to get to work. Luckily, we all live pretty close, so everybody was able to arrive in max 5 minutes. The guard actually nicked off pretty quickly because the alarm was going, but the guys downstairs were live on the scene longer than I was, so I'll head downstairs to talk to them to get the full details. So Gabe, can you fill us in with what you first saw when you walked through the Radium door?
I walked in, my heart was racing, and I quickly went to where all the PC parts were. I had a look through, checked the CPUs, checked the graphics cards, checked all our built PCs. I walked around and I was like, okay, nothing seems to be taken, everything's still there. I looked down and I saw the till was there. I looked through and $50 was taken. Guys, oh my God, $50 is taken. How are we gonna recover? Shut down the shop, it was terrible.
Travesty. With you calling the police on the night?
Called them and I said, look guys, Radium PCs, you might have heard of them, was robbed. And they said, look, what we'll do is we'll send in a forensics team tomorrow and we'll take a look, take photos. About 2 weeks later, I was upstairs and I get a phone call, and it was actually from one of the police officers. And we spoke and he said that they actually caught the guy that broke into ours. And I thought, the first thing I thought was justice. Good results. It was so much so that I left a 5-star review to the Footscray police station because, you know, amazing effort they all did, fantastic.
Now Gabriel, tell us about our new Radium security features.
Went ahead and installed 36-inch plated steel ceramic in diamond engraved bars. These can actually stop Tomahawk ballistic missiles and medium-sized brick.
Alright, it's Wednesday midday at the Radium warehouse. I was just upstairs working in the office and well, I'll show you. An ice cream van has arrived.
It's just the customer who bought a high-end custom from us, and he thought he'd bring the ice cream truck over. I didn't even know it was coming.
So some companies, yeah, they do dealings in crypto, whatnot. So Radium now, if you're able to bring an ice cream truck, you can pay us in ice creams now, alright?
How did we manage to all get it for free though?
No, we just showed good customer service, and that's it.
And then you get free ice cream?
Yeah, you get free ice cream.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't be like Wolf and I having a conversation about a certain company that's being a massive hassle.
Wait, who?
VISY. Now you owe $2,500. I'm like, okay, that's crazy. Come get it.
Wait,
VISY, come down here. Seriously, come here and take the money, please. I insist.
Why do we owe more?
Because they just make it up. They're like, oh, we have to pick up our bin. It's going to cost $2,500.
Take it.
VISY, I have documented proof that you failed to reach any of your service requirements. Alright? If you want to fuck around, not with me.
Considering the RANT, what happened with VISY?
Oh, well, they weren't picking up the bin. I gave them the gate code basically, so they can come anytime they want. Because they like to get here super early, like 6 AM. They just kept on saying like, oh, we couldn't pick it up. And then there was a guy who was sick, and there was a holiday, and then there was some other thing, they were too busy. So I just cancelled it, and then they got mad, because when they called me to ask about it, they're like, oh, you'll have to pay a cancellation fee. And I just said, I'm not, and they got kind of upset about it.
Fair enough.
He's like, what do you mean you're not paying it? I said, I'm not paying it. He's like, So then I documented all the times they failed, because they sent us a legal document saying we had to pay them $1.5 grand or something to pick up a bin. VISY has been called up by the ACCC a bunch of times for doing this kind of dodgy practices like this. You're not legally allowed to do that. You can't have someone charge someone like that much money for cancelling a service because they failed to reach their own requirements. That's the funny thing, they never answered that email. They shied away from that. I've still got their bin.
Everyone decided not to rock up on the public holiday, so I was sick. is sick. But yeah, so we made a lot of changes. We had way too many shelves, but we've all opened up the space, get a bit of light, a bit of sunshine. Doesn't feel like a den of disarray and lack of hope. More inviting place for people to come into. So yesterday, as we all know, the ice cream man came into the store. He's left his. This is the only remnants of the ice cream van. It's just a batch of oil, and then we've tried to hit it with concrete cleaner. Now it really looks like a really.
Looks like David's art piece.
It looks like a bad art piece at this moment. So I don't know. You got to give, you got to get. They were free, but that's the impact. We'll never forget him. We'll always remember him. He'll be in our hearts. Welcome to the first edition in This Week in the Comments section, where we get the opportunity to respond to your comments and some of the abuse you throw our way. We're starting this week out with Coco Koifish, who said, "Stop naming your PCs. It gets cringe. You name them all the snow anyways." This one hurt my feelings.
That's a cute comment, but where do we get our inspiration for our names? Where do you get it from?
ChatGPT. God. My mom.
I like the names, because the only other option is that we either name them the Specs or we give it a name. The Specs are a bit boring, so we give it the name. But I don't know, shoot us an idea, Coco Koifish. What would you prefer instead to make us less cringe? And now we move to the greatest comment from this week, and maybe the greatest comment we will ever get, from Greg G, a true American patriot, who said, "You've just lost a customer. I cannot see the need to disrespect an entire country just to get back at the fools in the comments section. As a company, you should all always hold yourselves to a higher standard and be respectful to the various consumer bases you have around the world. However, I see with the title of this video, it shows that you don't care about the US market, or any market for that matter, but your own."
What did we do wrong?
Alright, this is in reference to the title of a video. Instead of me writing 520 USD, which I do occasionally, wrote 520 freedom dollars. Which I thought, that's what it was. It's a chuckle.
It's funny.
You know, Greg feels differently. Pointed out that you are on Greg's side. Yeah, tell us how you feel about Greg.
Greg's a true patriot. Can't help but feel the passion in his words. You know, I feel like we should publicly apologize.
We'll do that for Greg. Greg, we here at Radium are sorry. It was something we considered when we started this business, that we could seriously damage US-Australian relations. Our worst fears have come true. Greg, we're sorry. America, we're sorry. We might do it again, but we apologize.
Hashtag I stand by Greg.
Thank you.
Wait, actually, where is Greg from?
That's a good point. It seems like America, but I would put good money on Greg either being Colombian or a Russian bot.